Hey Fit Pros, before we get to this new episode in the KIPS podcast, I want to quickly share about our newest course on KIPS, Social Media for Fitness Professionals. This course is all about the fundamentals. As a Fit Pro, you know how fundamental exercises are important for building a foundation within an exercise program, and that's what we're going to be doing in this course. Authored by me, Tyler Valencia, I go through the stats involving all the major social media platforms and then show you step by step how to do it. We do it all in this course, and one of the best parts is you can get your continuing education credits. Head to the link in the description to find out more. Let's get to the show. Welcome to episode 84 in the KIPS podcast. My name is Tyler Valencia. I'm the president of KIPS and Time to Train Fitness. This episode, I'm calling it Social Media Update 2023. It's really because I couldn't think of a better title. And I'm going to be honest with it. It's more of some tactics, some strategy that I'm utilizing to kind of update on top of what I had talked about in an episode that released earlier in the year that was talking about social media strategy, especially for 2023. So kind of an update for that episode to hopefully help you continue on with building your presence online and creating good content that helps you find new clients, all that stuff for health, wellness, and fitness professionals. But before we get to the meat and potatoes of this episode, I want to talk about Naboso. So Naboso products, if you've been a fan of this podcast, there's always a promotion for Naboso. I talk about my story with foot pain and how investing in the Duo insoles really helped improve the quality of my feet, the foot health that's related in terms of being active and wanting to exercise. And so I then further bought more products with the Naboso. I have the toe spacers, and now I'm looking at getting other items with them in terms of improving foot health, improving neuro training with my hands, and even on the day-to-day to be more active. That's really the goal. I recommend checking out the link in the description. There is an affiliate link for them that definitely helps with this podcast and hopefully building this channel out. Check them out, see what you think, come back and let me know what you think. Let's now talk about getting back to social media here, the stigma of social media. Now, I want to talk about that first before we talk about the different items in here, because with some of the instructors that I've worked with or that I'm working with now, we talk about this, that they are not a fan of social media because of certain issues with it. And yeah, there is definitely negative out there. But I would say that at the same time, there's a lot of great for small businesses, and there's a way to moderate it. Just do what you need to do and move on with it. And really with specifically Instagram, they make it a lot easier. Even just going back 6 months from right now, from when this episode's being recorded, it's the end of March here. You go back 6 months, Reels were much harder in that time span. Templates, ways to save audio, and ways to just integrate your content right into it. And I'm almost jumping ahead right here, but they've made it so easy in terms of cross promoting all the things to make your content better. You don't just have to put some blurry photo up on Instagram and think, oh, I did it. I posted for the day. You can really create good content and just be done with it. So eliminating that stigma of social media with yourself, that's one of the things that I've personally had to go through, that you got to think, this is for my business. This is for my brand. What is my business or brand about? One of the sports podcasts that I was just listening to, literally 30 minutes before I pressed record on this, was talking about using social media to let people know what you're about, what's important to you. And if you're just going to use it for business, okay, you're just letting people know, okay, this is my marketing account. This is what I post about. Don't be upset if people are not engaging and not liking your posts, because they might just think that you're trying to sell them something. But if you're letting people in, you're getting emotions in there, you are sharing about your life, people know, okay, this is important to them. These are things that are important to this person. And yeah, I want to support them, or I like that, or I do want to check things out more. So going through that journey with yourself is really important with social media for growth. And, those are things that we talk about with our clients, whether fitness related, health, wellness coaching, all in that same element. So what's in this episode? As we start moving along here, I'm going to talk about scheduling time for platforms. I'm going to talk about templates, and then I'm going to talk about your personality on social media. That's going to be this update for 2023, kind of the first quarter here, and updating that first episode that I did. First here, scheduling time for platforms. This was something that I just started doing within the last few weeks. I started the year, I talked about this episode already, that with a social media strategy episode. And one of those items was eliminating the platforms that aren't important to your current business. That if your business, if your clientele, if your demos aren't on a certain platform, don't waste your energy on there. Don't waste your time, your energy trying to create content for that specific platform if your demographic isn't going to watch it or be engaging with it. So what did I do? I eliminated for one of my businesses, two of my business actually, Twitter and LinkedIn. My clients are not there for those specific businesses. And so you might look at your own business and think, okay, I train the active aging population. They're not so much on Instagram. So don't spend as much time on Instagram. It's as easy as that. And the ones that I talked about eliminating, can your clients be on there? Sure. It's first though, figuring out where your demographics are. Now bring this back to scheduling time for platforms. There might be a platform that you're not as interested in. It's not as engaging for you, but your audience might be on there. And I'm going to use an example that's outside of the health, wellness, fitness spectrum. One of my hobbies that I've used to create some promotions for KIPS and for Time to Train Fitness. This hobby is I like movies. I like movies, shows, and the podcast, the movie show podcast that I run. We do promotions for all the same products that you hear in here. So it helps all tie it together. But Twitter is a big space for film, TV, and things along that nature. But I'm not big into Twitter. I don't really post as much, but there's a lot of engagement on there that helps drive traffic to episodes, to getting people to listen, things along that nature. So what did I do? I started scheduling time on my daily to-do list. There is a Twitter. It says MB Twitter. That means that I spend 10, 15 minutes posting, replying, things along that nature, participating in polls on Twitter that people have for like, what movie do you think's better? And then I'm done. I check it off and I move on to my other items for the day. And so I think that could be a great solution for people that they don't want to spend time on Twitter. They got other things to do, family, they got more important things, but you know that you got to spend time with it, schedule it, put it on your to-do list and make sure you check it off. Spend that 10, 15 minutes, whatever it might be. It could be researching how I talked about, and I'm going to talk about more with finding reels and saving them, finding your templates, or it could be just commenting on posts, liking posts, being a part of the community to cultivate your audience. That's such an important piece of things these days is cultivating your audience through social media, engaging with them, find where the demo is, and then create content that engages them and then cultivates them on a weekly basis. Very big thing there. If you're in the market for adjustable dumbbells or at-home workout equipment, check out Core Home Fitness at the link in the description. From adjustable dumbbells, multi-function benches, and all-in-one options, they got it all. I personally have their adjustable dumbbells and the glute drive that also works as a bench and would recommend them to anyone building their home gym or looking for easy adjustable options. The dumbbells, they easily adjust from 5 pounds to 50 pounds just by turning the handle and lock in for your safety. Grab yourself a pair and see for yourself how easy they can fit into your fitness program. Next one here that I have is looking for templates. I kind of jumped the gun here and talked already about the templates through Instagram, but on there, if you go on Instagram, you could save templates that are already made. And if you find one, you could use it and it could plug your content directly into it. It makes it super easy. So with the templates on Instagram, you could see what's trending. And let's say that you like this template and now you want to make it, you plug your content in and all of a sudden yours shows up in there. That's how new people can find you. They could see what you're making, how you're using that template. It's being creative. And along those same lines that I'll share, and I've said this before with talking about templates, Instagram, you don't necessarily always have to post within your realm. So if you're a group fitness instructor, personal trainer, that you don't always have to post fitness stuff. And the last one I'm going to talk about later on in just a second is your personality, but giving people insight into yourself on social media, what you like to do. It can create conversations. If people see that you're more than just fitness, more than just working out, and that you have more than what you usually talk to them on a daily basis, they'll probably engage with it. It sparks something new. That's part of the human element of our field, whether it's health, wellness, fitness, that the human element helps create the connections. If you're just the pounded into their heads, you need to do X, Y, and Z, there's not much outside of that. But when you have that human element to be able to connect, break down barriers with them, it's such a big step. So don't feel like you have to always share and create fitness or health, wellness related reels. Maybe share something about yourself. So that's the segue here to this last one here. And this episode's rather quick, but show your personality. Don't be afraid to show who you are and be yourself. That's one of the bigger things that I've worked on in the last year with my own social media. With social media, I tend to joke around more. I don't take it as serious. In my opinion, there's a lot of serious accounts out there. My education is in exercise science and got a wall full of degrees, but what does it mean? It doesn't mean anything on social media. I tend to have fun even when I'm training people. There are serious elements to when I train teams, individuals, or most of what I do now online. But my personality is just more playful, more joking. And I think that that's important with social media, is to be yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't think that you always have to be this perfect embodiment of health, wellness, or fitness, that's what the clients want to see. They want to see you, in my opinion. That's my opinion, and you could disagree with it. But I think showing yourself, if you like joke around, if you have a lot of energy, do it. That's one of a good example here is somebody that works with Time to Train Fitness. She's very energetic, tons of energy, jumping around. And that's what people love about her. She does it in her social media accounts. She does it in her workouts. I'm talking about McCall Tykeson. If you follow us on Time to Train Fitness, very popular instructor with us on the channel, but also on social media, because she's herself. She shows her family. She shows what she's like when she's not working out, things along that nature that people love to see. They like that look into what do you do after? What do you do after a session? What are you doing on your day-to-day? And all those things spark different conversations. So don't be afraid to show your personality. So that has kind of been this little update here in this episode. Very quick in terms of just adding on to the strategies that I talked about in that first episode to start off 2023. I wanted to share these ones because I think they're useful. I think they can be really useful for individuals out there that are just starting their accounts, building their following, building their content, learning how to do all those items, and hopefully continue on that path. These platforms are free. Use them. If you are a small business or an instructor, use them to your benefit. That's been for this episode. Make sure to leave us a review on your favorite platform. Really helps out with growing this podcast and hopefully getting more people this free content, helping them grow their business. Until the next one, I'll see you then.